Hi. Hi, how are you? I miss you. I miss you guys. All of you. Yeah, even you. Yes, I've been busy. Yes, I moved to a magical and godforsaken and sublime corner of the country. But I was totally doing that thing where there's something that's a little bit scary and where you have to put yourself out there and it's hard and it takes courage, so you put it off in a million different ways. But many of you sent me some lovely reminder emails telling me that I owed you this. And here it is. I've been meaning to do it all summer. Born out of our historiography lesson. What does historiography mean? I knew you had it. The study of history and how we tell the story and the narrative of it and who builds it and their point of view, who's a victor, who's a loser, etc. This is my letter to my 16-year-old self. So I wrote this for the first time in 2013. That class definitely strong-armed me into doing this, and I am so glad they did. I have added and edited and kind of bore my soul in it each year of being a high school teacher since. I could say so much more. There's so much more that I would want my 16-year-old self to know from this present moment, but it's already pretty long, and again, this isn't a video. I'm not reading it aloud to the class like I usually do. But you, my dear class of 2019, so fantastically filled up every day that we ran out of time, and this deserves time. So I've been meaning to do it like this, a true dedication not just to you, but to all of my classes that I've ever taught. And by classes, of course, I mean you. You whip-smart, compassionate, wonderful, funny, inspiring, fabulous young people who I deeply love. So yeah, sharing this and getting here was hard work. Not just in all those years, but like to do this now in this moment. But as usual, you bring out the best in me. And I am beyond touched each and every time over the years. And in recent days even, I love when I get your emails, when you guys share how and why you changed in my class. And that it was perhaps for the better. And I love that, and I cherish that, and I appreciate that, and I think that is just wonderful, and why I do what I do and have done for so long, and even why I'm here right now. But here's the thing. You made me better every day, and you have given me so much. So in this small thank you, here's this letter to my 16-year-old self. Get ready. Dear 16-year-old Joanna, well, that settles it after all these years. And by all, we're talking beep. That was weird. I didn't know this could censor. You're not that old yet, thank God. It's affirmative. You're still talking to yourself, and therefore still out there, still wild. But since all I'm about to tell you really has no rhyme or reason or organization, let's just start with that word, wild. Your life now is wild. I can honestly say, looking back and without giving too much away, and no, I can't give you specific details here, what would be the fun in that this year, junior year, is just about the hardest you will ever work in your life. Don't get me wrong, you're going to work hard in the future, but you're going to work hard at things on your own terms because you choose to, in subjects you love because they embody your passions in life. Granted, it's been some time, but if I remember correctly, things like SAT prep and 7 a.m. driver's ed classes and chem lab don't exactly embody your passions. So get through it. Stop worrying that you don't have college, career, life perfectly planned out. Hello, remember the part about you being only 16? Chill. It will unfold. And oh yeah, you'll never have it all figured out. And that's actually great. If you continue this work ethic combined with a lot less stress and a whole lot more perspective, let me tell you, there are great days ahead. Churchill, one of many men in history, I mean herstory, that you will grow to nerdily know too much about, thanks Dad, was quoted as saying, "These are great days." Notice how he didn't say, great days are right around the corner after you pass trig, or great days are once you get your life together and have chosen your career path, or great days are once you get that boyfriend or girlfriend. Nope, he just said, these are great days. If you remember anything from this weird time warp of a letter, remember this: nothing is more precious than the moment you have right now. You have one life, so live it. This doesn't mean start to live it tomorrow or to live it once you fit into those perfect black stretch pants from Express. It means now. Time waits for no one. If there is something you want to fix, do it. Something you want to be it. Something you want to say it. Looking back, I know it's the things we didn't say or do that will cause the heartache, not the ones we belted out, even when it was uncomfortable, or foolish, or a bit scary, or if others didn't totally get it. But back to that word, wild. Stay that way. All the quirky little things about you, don't change or give them up for anything or anybody. They are distinctly you, and no one can take them away from you, only if you let them. And along that line, stop being so practical. Loosen up a little bit, please, for all of our sakes. I understand that high school is somewhat of a boot camp at times, and that your hard work here paved the way for lots of rewards and fun later, but go ahead, get illogical. You'll come to realize down the road how overrated, besides unattainable and flat out boring, perfection is. It's okay to be a little bad. Actually, it's really good. Be messy, stay loud, dance crazy. Embrace your fool, the one that can feel too much. There are going to be mountain ranges of emotions and experiences that will wash over you in the years to come. And no matter how merry sunshine you try to be, there are going to be some not so great emotions and experiences. But go through them, feel them, realize where they came from and why, and with your lessons, move on accordingly. Time is far too precious to live your life any other way but positively. This does not mean, let me emphasize, not that life will be easy. It will truly be tougher than you can imagine. But here's the thing you'll learn and know deep down in your soul. You are tougher than you could imagine, really. And your friends and family truer, and your spirit more resilient, and the world more filled with impossible grace than you could know. Major in what you love come college, not in what will make the best career choice according to the books or parents or salary. Quick disclaimer here, don't accrue debt and be super smart about money. Like, take the time to do so, okay? Okay. Do what you love and follow that always. And keep the little things that you love alive and well. Sing, chase down bakeries, dance, run, play the violin, cook pasta, write, read, learn, read like crazy. Never stop that. Do the things you love always. You know, the ones that give you a feeling that you're bigger than you at the moment you do them. Those things that make you feel alive, do just that and will infect others around you with the same joy. E.M. Forrester said, connect. Only connect. Do that all the time. Connect maps, ideas, cultures, people. You have so much to give. So give. God gave you gifts for a reason, and it certainly wasn't for you to keep them to yourself. So chew on that next time you're rehearsing what to say in class 5 times and then never say it because you think it's been said. Pipe up. Listen, too. Be true to your finest self, the best one you can be, but don't expect that that will be every moment of every day. You're never going to be everything, so just work on being your best you. That is more than enough. That is everything. Keep in mind, too, that it's not just about you. The world doesn't hold a certain fate for you. You need to bring a certain something to the world. And once you get here, and hopefully much further, God willing, never think for a second that all you've accomplished and felt and experienced and loved is about you. It is, but it's much more. You'd never be where you are now without the loved ones in your life. And the nastier types, too. There are going to be some you'll see now and even have the urge to trip on the sidewalk, so go to yoga. And like it or not, they've carved you too. You're also on a total independence kick right now. And I get it. You just got your license, you're dreaming of college freedom. But that's a bunch of bull. I mean, stand on your own 2 feet by all means. But if you are lucky enough to have people, to need people, that's a blessing. And people are hard, but they are also tremendous. You have to be vulnerable with them in order to get any true happiness and connection. And then strong too, for when they need. And also for the times they'll let us down. It'll happen. Know people stuff isn't about you always. And lean in and learn when it is from being wrong. But no matter what, the only way to live is out there, where it all goes down and where you get knocked around and where pain comes alongside transcendent joy and suffering gets buffeted and softened by sublime love and unexpected beauty. It's all mixed, not a la carte. And that's okay. You can handle it. Because you're a badass. Shh. But also because, no, don't be shush about that. You're a badass. But also because you are so supported. Revel in your support. Know you have it. Know who you have it in. And thank them profusely. You aren't here just for you. Bring light in the lives of others in big and small ways. Selfishly, you will benefit from this threefold. You probably know by now that life isn't fair. Injustice is everywhere, systemic, historic, and insidious. So fight back. Be an advocate. Of course, for yourself, you'll work on doing that right all your life. That is a work in progress. But for others too, you've been gifted so much. Understand that not everyone has been, and seek to really do something about it every day of your life, because things aren't better unless we are all better. It's just fact. Also a fact, the thing that bothers you deep in your conscience, makes you angry and upset that that's the way things are, that should be set right, no one else is going to do it. You have to do it. Listen, look outside your world and reach out, up, and beyond that comfort zone where nothing grows. It will be scary and worth it. There's simply not time for you not to try. There will be hazmat suit required times, which will prove to you all the more why the fight is worth it every time. P.S. This means, or pretty much guarantees, that not everyone will like you. Thank goodness. How exhausting to go around making sure everyone likes you. Like yourself, love yourself, and respect yourself. Put up with nothing but respect from others, and you had best always respect everyone, and I mean everyone, in return. Know that nothing is more precious in this world than your health and the love of others. Most important of all, love yourself. Loving others does not mean diving in and leaving your needs on shore. Take care of yourself. You cannot help others if you are unhealthy emotionally or physically. So just like with the airplane masks, do that first. Listen to that voice inside that says, this isn't right, or this is right, or this is spectacular. Listen truly and deeply to yourself and know that answers don't come the second you want them to, but will when you need them to. And they're gonna come for you. I know that you want to tackle life hard right now, but also know that boundaries are your friend. It doesn't mean you don't love people big enough or aren't the most fun ever. It means you know yourself, an art form and balance that you'll work on your whole life. Speaking of self-love, you get one body in this life. Get to know it, communicate with it, adore it. Keep it healthy, floss, and wear sunscreen really. And never, ever do anything with your body that you don't want to, ever. You know what I mean. I wish you could see how beautiful you are right now, in this moment, at 16 going on forever. Not with that type of makeup on, but seriously, always wear lipstick. It's good. Or with slightly longer, straighter hair, or a significantly smaller butt. But right now, never let anyone make you feel otherwise. Shame on you if that person is ever yourself. Quick non sequitur. People are awesome, but so is nature. So are books. Figure out what those metaphoric refuges are so you can visit them often to reroute. Don't be scared of time and adventures alone, of being alone. The relationship and love you have for yourself dictates all the rest. Nourish that big time. You are so strong, stronger than you know and feel. Embrace that warrior. She is tremendous and limitless. But let her be as soft as she is strong, too. Stay interested in life. Never lose that fire. Want to know why? Read. Stay the sponge you are. There is so much to know outside yourself. Things you didn't even know that you don't know. How heavenly that this will always be the case. The learning is endless. The best part is, the more you know about the world outside your proverbial window, the more you'll know about your own insides. With that in mind, see as much of the world as possible. It will change and challenge and humble you to no end. Speaking of which, you are going to go to some very cool places and do some very cool things. But places are just that, places. In each of these magical destinations, of which you will be so lucky to have many of, it's the people you meet who will make your time shine. So meet them. laugh with them. Get out of bed at 3 a.m. and play soccer with them. If you're unsure, wondering if you should go and do something or stay home, don't hesitate. Just go. Love these people completely and know how lucky you are to have them constantly. And back to those places. You will leave some truly wondrous places. Places physically on a map and places suspended in a time you will never get back. But remember those words of E. E. Cummings that heal you when you go to leave and embark on a new journey. I carry you with me. I carry you in my heart. I'm, of course, thinking of you. Because all those places and experiences will become a part of you. There will be people in your life coming up that you can't choose. Roommates, coworkers, etc. Make the ones you can choose simply magnificent. Anyone else is not worth your time. It's as simple as that. And that goes for romance too. I know you're dying to hear about developments in that department. Patience. But as for the drama that can paint such a lovely coat of toxicity on middle school and high school, ditch it. Avoid it at all costs. It's not worth it, so distance yourself and find people like you who aren't fluent in that language. If there are none in high school, which my memory finds hard to believe, hang on. You're about to find some gems down the road. Communicate. Do it truthfully and often. Know that it makes all relationships, family, friends, partners, and the one with yourself, better. Speaking of communication, have mercy on mom and dad. Even though they've nearly seen it all with your older brothers, be good to them. Don't give them reason to worry about your safety. Don't give them more gray hair. You have no idea what it's like to be a parent, but try and empathize. Put yourself in their shoes, as you should be doing with lots of, if not all, people. Emotional intelligence and the ability to know where others are coming from is just as, if not more important than IQ, so you can tell that to your SAT tutor. Always say thank you. Never lose sight of how lucky you are. If you do, and you and me, we're human, so we will. Take all of 10 seconds to look outside yourself and see just how lucky that is. That being said, never undersell how hard you have worked and how bright you shine either, especially for others. The right company will only kindle that more and never ask you to dim. Trust yourself. Relationships, choosing colleges, it doesn't matter the topic. If it feels like something is missing, it usually is. Follow that gut, even if it's down a harder road or one you never imagined in a million years you'd be taking. Sometimes life is better than what you imagined. Sometimes it's not. Both will make you better. Be willing to let go of the narrative of what is supposed to be or what you usually do for what is coming alive and happening right in front of you. If you do it right, how things are usually expanding way past your preconceived notion of how they should be for what you are getting from an experience. Be present and open those doors. Be aware of the good on paper job, date, friend. These things very often do not equate with great in real life. Don't be afraid to stand alone if and when people don't agree with your truth. Sit up tall and fierce, knowing at the end of the day that you have to live with yourself, most of all. All right. Speaking of relationships, the super fun, hard kind, the boy, girl, both, whatever you're into kind. Right now, you have a one-track mind. How are you going to make crushes like you? It's going to take you a while, and you will always have to work on that balance of going after goodness and letting it come to you. But one day you will realize it's not about getting them to like you. It's the other way around. A wise lady on a very cool trip is going to tell you that you're the prize in the Cracker Jack box and to never forget it. You won't. Make sure you like them. That's first. Getting them to like you is not just secondary, but unnecessary. If they're worth it, they'll see that on their own. That does not mean you get to be shy and not take chances. Nice try. It's just that before you get into it, make sure they're worth it. Make sure you know them. Not we had one date and we like the same ice cream flavor and oh my goodness, Vampire Weekend songs, we must be destined to be together. Know them. Get to know them well over a long period of time. Know them. Make sure they're worth it because let me tell you, you are. And if they don't know you know you and snub you, don't take it personal. It never was. I tell you outright not to waste your time with not worth it dates, but you are stubborn in chasing a good time, so you will. So go ahead. Take that lame person to the dance, not once, but 3 times. Keep it up. Each person you're with gets you closer to the one you're supposed to be with and makes you wiser and ready and so happy when you get there. And keep on getting there. Allow yourself to be surprised, too, and open the door in your heart to unforeseen and unexpected second, third, fourth, fifth, you get the picture, chances, especially after you've been hurt. P.S. Have fun. This part is all so fun. It's super fun. There might be some, if not a lot, of things you'll want to forget about high school, but remember it all. Remember the freshman year dance when you wore a wool jumper and tights from Ann Taylor that your mom picked out, and you showed up to realize with agonizing distress that it was a luau, and everyone was in grass skirts and bikinis. That's completely a true story. Remember the angst, the earnestness in your trying, the innocence in your desires, and the feeling that nothing is more important than who you are at that very moment. Because truly nothing is. And also remember for this reason, so when you do finally make truly wonderful friends and fall in love and love all of yourself, it will be all the sweeter. You'll know where you came from and be oh so happy to have been that girl and here and now as I am, because one can't exist without the other. We are where we've come from and where we're going all at the same time. By the way, it will always be work, all of this, everything. Tiresome, glorious, awesome, hard, and spectacular life work. It never stops, thank God. Keep becoming. As Joan Rivers said, I wish I could tell you it gets better, but it doesn't get better. You get better. See how I'm sneaking in all my quotes here? I know, it's just like they're written on the board. People say everything happens for a reason, but some things, especially when you lose loved ones, are just going to happen. They will shake your faith to the core, make no sense at all, and threaten to dull the life around you. This is when the grace and love of others comes in, as if you didn't already know how blessed you were to have the wonderful tribe you have. This will be the only silver lining in these passings, as well as the beautiful legacy they will leave behind. They'll also leave this message forever etched on your heart. Don't you dare waste a moment. Don't you dare. Not a single one. It's never too late to say you're sorry, to be fully you, to change jobs, to fall in love, to never stop believing. But while it's never too late, don't rush. I can't say this enough. Don't rush, don't rush, don't rush. You will never get this time back again. A time when Spirit Week and the High School Musical are a part of the fabric of your life. I'll say it again. These are great days. It doesn't mean there aren't so many more ahead. It just means that you'll never get another go with right now. So get going. Do what you feel is best with the time you have been given. It's what we do as humans with all of our given moments. Those really alive lucky ones aren't given more. They just take the ones you're dealt and fill them all the way up. That's it, you guys. I love you so much. And I know people say that a lot when they throw it out there, like, love you, girl. No, like, I mean it. I mean it. Like, you're here always. The things that we shared. You are incredible to me. I brag about you constantly to people here. They're like, what? High schoolers? I'm like, you don't even know. You don't even know what they were doing. They're just magnificent beings. I'm watching you work hard as seniors. I have my sources in the building. I will know. Be your best self. Work hard. Be good. Thank you for making me write and rewrite this all those years ago and as time went on, over and over. And thank you again for truly making me and helping me to be my best self with you every day in my classroom. And from here on out, for the rest of our lives, that's just what we keep doing. And how blessed we are that we all came in contact, right? It doesn't end. You will all get your letters someday. If you want to make them into videos, I think you should. We could start a whole YouTube channel. But until then, know that I am thinking of you constantly. Please say hi to let me know what's up, what's good, what's going on, and we'll do the same with you. And be good. Bye, you guys. Mwah.